After forming a peaceful alliance with the Senju clan and the Hidden Leaf Village, things appeared to be at peace for the Uzumaki clan. They were already extremely feared as a clan due to their insane sealing jutsu, which is impressive enough that even Hashirama thought it was a good idea to make them allies, and now they were backed up by one of the strongest clans from the Warring States era and now an entire ninja village. However, as we all know, the Uzumaki were too feared to be allowed to live, and eventually several nations would combine forces to wipe out their village in the Land of Whirlpools just off the coast of the Land of Fire. The few Uzumaki who survived fled to the various corners of the ninja world, and they kept a low profile. For most of the Uzumaki who fled, they were able to live their lives in peace, but there were some who weren't given this luxury. Kushina Uzumaki was turned to a Jinchuriki because she possessed a super rare chakra that originates inside the clan, and Karin Uzumaki was pimped out as a healing machine when she was a child living with her mother in the Land of Grass. However, they weren't the only Uzumaki to suffer a sad fate, and it can be argued that this next character had a fate saddest of all the Uzumaki clan descendants. In today's latest installment of Naruto To Go, we're going to be taking a look at the ghosts of the Uzumaki clan. For those of you guys who are new, Naruto To Go is a series on the channel where in 3 to 6 minutes we take a look at Naruto lore based topics from ninjutsu to characters to major events, and we break them all down in an easy to digest fashion. With that being said, let's dive into this latest installment of Naruto To Go. So Honoka Uzumaki was a shinobi who was hired to assist the researchers who were working on an island known as Summoning Island. The goal of these researchers was to go into these remote islands to find and capture new species of summoning animals to sell to shinobi so they could form contracts with them later on. However, as the demand for new types of summoning animals began to rise, these researchers did what any greedy person would do, which was try to create a new market where they themselves controlled everything. The way that they did this is by crossbreeding summoning animals and mixing genetics in a lab with the goal of making new summoning creatures that they could sell to ninja nations. Honoka was brought in for a couple of reasons. Number one, she was brought in for her formidable sealing jutsu and her adamantium chains, and number two, the text left behind by one of the researchers alluded to needing someone with the potential to become a Jinchuriki and being a survivor from a certain village. While the Uzumaki clan village was never name dropped directly, and the page in that journal likely that would have confirmed this was ripped out, likely by Honoka herself, the signs are still there. On top of having high level and advanced sealing jutsu and her red hair, which is a signature of the Uzumaki clan, Honoka was shown having the adamantium sealing chains of the Uzumaki, which is really huge since these are chains that can only be awakened and used by very few members of the Uzumaki clan, members who possess that special chakra that make their bodies suitable to become a Jinchuriki. On top of having pretty decent durability and power, the chains that can be used can also be used as a sealing barrier, or they can be used for sealing jutsu. For Honoka, someone who has a very kind heart and an extremely caring nature, her soul was absolutely crushed during her final moments in this world as the beast that was described as being the ultimate summoning beast, which was able to use ninjutsu, it had summoning abilities, it was able to cast genjutsu, and most importantly, it could absorb chakra. The beast began to massacre the researchers that were around Honoka. Despite her best efforts, a summoning beast with all these traits was too much for her, and she failed to be able to seal the beast away, likely due to the beast being able to have the collective power of all the summoning creatures and shinobi that it ate, and the ability to absorb chakra whenever it was restrained. Eventually, Honoka, someone with the potential to be a Jinchuriki and one of the last known survivors of the Uzumaki clan, was killed off in this encounter. Decades later, when Naruto would visit the island, Honoka's spirit would succeed in restraining the animal long enough for Naruto Uzumaki to be able to defeat the beast in battle by slicing it in half with this Rasen Shuriken and knocking it over into a lava pit. It would be after this that Honoka's ghost would find peace now that her greatest failure was made right, and her ghost would be able to move on to the Pure Land. However, that's gonna be it for this latest installment of Naruto To Go. Let me know what you guys think about Honoka down in the comment section below, but as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.